Welcome to Extra Toppings, the scoop segment where we deal with bonus reviews, specialty items, and unique experiences that don't fall under our traditional ice cream umbrella. I'm Paul Percivali, and with me is my co-host, wife, and soft-served snob, Holly Hagman.
I am here, and I am more hopped up on sugar, I think, than I've ever been for one of these episodes.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me with the stuff that we just ate. Today we will be reviewing a fun find from Aldi's, Moser Roth Ice Cream Shop Truffles.
And boy oh boy are guys, I am on a freaking sugar rush more than ever before. They were so sweet, and I mean, we'll talk about that at length when we get to the discussion of the flavor, but I am just like, yeah.
Yeah, I can feel it right now.
I can feel it, Mr. Krabs.
Yeah. I can feel it in my kidneys.
It's so bad.
It's like causing like a minor manic reaction in me right now.
I have had so much water and I still have the flavor in my mouth.
And I don't think it's going away anytime soon.
No. Okay.
But anyway, let's get in. Ooh, go ahead, honey.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, let's get into the background.
The sugar's making me crazy.
Yeah.
And interrupt you. But yes, let's get into the background. So we got these truffles, these ice cream truffles at Aldi. And so we're going to talk a little bit about the history of Aldi as a grocery store and kind of how they came to be and how we came to find the truffles there. So Aldi began as a modest grocery store in Essen, Germany in 1913, and it was owned and operated by a woman named Anna Albrecht. And according to the timeline on History Oasis, that worked. That went well. I'm having a good time.
Yeah, it seems that way. Go ahead, honey. Don't let the sugar control you.
It's winning. The modern Aldi took shape in 1946 when Anna's sons, Carl and Theo Albrecht, took over the family business after World War II. And the brothers decided to bring more fresh ideas and ambition to the enterprise of the store, and under their leadership, the business expanded really rapidly, and it grew from the single store in Essen, Germany, to 13 locations across the Ruhr Valley. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
Sounds about right.
It's a German place. By 1950. So they take over. And in 4 years, they've expanded to 13 locations. And then in 1962, they kind of rebrand a little bit and coin the name Aldi, which is an abbreviation of Albrecht Discount, which means Albrecht Discount, which was the name of the store originally.
That's pretty cool.
Which is very cool. And that name eventually becomes synonymous with affordable quality groceries around the world, which is kind of cool.
Yes, and in 1960, a strange moment in Aldi's history occurred when brothers Theo and Carl Albrecht disagreed over whether to sell cigarettes in their stores. The division resulted in the creation of two separate entities, Aldi Nord, led by Theo, and Aldi Sud, led by Carl, which would go to expand independently.
Which, just in case you're wondering, Nord and Sud are north and south.
Yeah, that's interesting that they would, split the company down the middle just for the reasons of cigarette selling.
I know, and it's weird. I didn't find which one was the cigarette seller. You know what I mean? I don't know which half, if it was the Nord or Sud side. But
but that's still a thing that happened.
Yeah. So, and then you think it was crazy before, it gets crazier in the next fact.
All right. And in 1971, Aldi co-founder Theo Albrecht became the victim of a high-profile kidnapping, being held captive for 17 days under a ransom of 7 million Deutschmarks. Secured his release, which is approximately 4 million USD. This traumatic event had a lasting impact on both Theo and his brother Carl. It caused them to withdraw from public life and maintain an exceptionally private lifestyle for the remainder of their days. Theo eventually passed away in 2010 at age 88, and Carl in 2014 at age of 94. Well, that's
crazy.
Yeah, this is some sordid history.
Like, can you imagine? I mean, I guess you could kidnap anybody, but if can you imagine being like, I'm gonna kidnap the grocery store empire owner and hold him for 7 million Deutschmarks ransom or 4 million US dollars ransom, and that it seems like they paid it based on the
yeah, I would imagine
it says secured his release, so I think they paid for him to be let go.
But it also kind of like, I mean, it's not great that the guy got kidnapped, but it's also kind of nice that his brother, who apparently he was on the outs with, like, still paid for his release.
Yeah, I guess that's true. And then they both withdrew from, like, the public and became more private, and I guess they reconciled in some way.
It seems that way. I mean,
that's what it sounds
That's a lot
like.
of money.
Yeah. But, despite their kind of withdrawal from the major parts of the Aldi company, Aldi's international expansion began in 1967 when the Aldi Süd acquired the Austrian grocery chain Hofer, and they continued growing globally, entering the United States market in 1976, while Aldi Nord made a significant move by acquiring Trader Joe's in 1979. Which apparently continues to operate as a separate entity, so I guess...
So they both are owned by the same company? Or
that's what it sounds like, based on this article.
Interesting. Okay, so...
I need to fact check that. I don't know that that's accurate. Hang on.
Alright. Well, in the meantime, Aldi's expansion persisted through the decades with notable milestones, including its entry into the UK market in 1990, and, more recently, Aldi Süd's 2023 acquisition of Winn-Dixie and Harvey's supermarket chains in the southern United States.
And it is true, by the way.
Okay.
Aldi Nord currently owns Trader Joe's, and they have since 1979.
Okay.
Wiggity wiggity whack, bro.
Yes.
But now that we know all of that, eventually Aldi, one of them, or both of them, it seems like, makes its way to the United States in various forms, and we have, very cool things we can buy at Aldi, including the Moser Roth Truffles, which is what we're reviewing today. And Moser Roth specifically is a German chocolate company that produces chocolate specifically for Aldi supermarkets.
Oh, really?
That's what I found in my research here. The company was originally founded in 1841, and they went through some serious, various changes over time. That's an old company. At one point it had to shut down because it's a German company, and there was, literal, Nazi stuff happening, so they had to shut down and then restart, and it was, a whole mess. But the Moser Roth that we know and love today that made these truffles is currently owned and produced by August Stork Company, which is another German-based candy company, but it also makes some things we see more commonly here in the US, like the Mercy chocolates. I don't know if you've ever seen those.
Mercy chocolates.
Yeah.
I can't say that I've ever heard about Mercy chocolates.
If I bring it up, you'll recognize the picture.
Oh.
I assume.
Yeah, I've recognized those.
Yeah.
The box and the art.
Yeah, they make this, and they also make Werther's Originals, apparently.
Werther's Originals. I'm pretty sure I know that company, too. Well, that's pretty cool. Yep, those.
Your grandma's hard candies.
Yeah, those caramel-colored ones with the divot on the in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I know. I know Werther's.
Uh-oh, the crash is happening.
Yeah, so let's hurry up before it fully hits.
So, we went to Aldi the other day ironically for vegetables and produce, because that's what we needed.
All right, we went in looking for some granola, looking in for some coleslaw mix, and we were just walking through the aisles, and your eyes automatically got pulled towards the box, which had ice cream looking stuff on it.
I'm telling you, since we started this podcast, my brain is hyper aware of anything ice cream related.
It seems that way.
Ice cream. Every time we pass an ice cream store when we're driving, I'm like, oh look, there's a Carvel. Oh look, there's a Dairy Queen. Oh look, there's a whatever. And the same thing is true at the grocery stores when I find ice cream related products. So that's, I saw it. I think I literally picked up the box off the shelf and went like an actual gasp, like something.
You did.
happened.
That is exactly what happened. I remember it very distinctly.
I was very excited.
I was like, what? What happened? And then you're just holding Belgian chocolate or something.
It's German chocolate.
Yes.
I don't know if there's a difference, to be honest.
Okay.
I'm not a chocolatier.
But yes, you were walking through the aisles and you just like automatically noticed it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we found it, and then, we brought it home, and we tasted them. There are 4 flavors in the box, so we'll post a picture of the box, obviously, so you can take a look.
And we have one left of each. We could probably no, never mind. Your mom ate the last of the fudgems.
Well, I took a picture of the inside too.
And also, it's right on the box, so we technically don't need to do that.
Well, but I did take a picture of the inside when it was full.
Oh,
so I have the outside and the inside. So we will see both in this little video here. But,
okay.
There are 4 flavors. There is orange creamsicle, Rocky Road, vanilla chip, and fudge. These are all supposed to mimic different ice cream flavors.
Yes. And, oh boy, are they sweet.
Oh my god.
My stomach is still rumbling a little bit from, how much sweetness there was in those things.
My tongue hurts. I don't know if that's, not hurts, but it's just I'm very aware of the sugar
coursing through your body,
lingering in
your mouth,
life and mouth.
Yeah, I feel it pumping through my veins right now. That's some sweet stuff.
I've been drinking water since we stopped to try and flush it out. Not that it was bad, by the way. They weren't bad tasting. They're just very, very sweet. And we're an ice cream podcast, not a candy podcast. So this was very concentrated sugar.
Right.
Usually it's less severe, I think.
Yes, I feel I feel like eating 4 of those hit me with more sugar than an entire cone of ice cream.
Me too.
Maybe even 2. There's a lot of sugar in those things. I don't usually feel this peppy after eating it. But unlike a lot of different types of candies where you just have a lot of sugar and some flavor, this has a ton of sugar. What are you looking at? How much included? I was looking at
the added sugar.
It is just 2 pieces.
2 pieces is a serving size, which is 11 grams of sugar. No, sorry, 13 grams of sugar. 11 of those grams are added. So we had 4 pieces each.
So we had a total of 44% of our daily recommended value of sugar.
Good for us. Halfway there.
Yeah, so good for us.
Sorry, I'm still just jittery from the...
Yeah, me too.
From everything. But
moving on, though, to the actual flavors.
So we're not gonna... so we don't have a tier list necessarily. I just thought it would be fun to talk about our favorites and kind of each of us have our own list where we rank them best to worst.
Mm-hmm.
Not that any of them were particularly... bad. There was no gross flavor.
No,
I don't think.
No, there were none that were bad. It's just that some were more enjoyable than others.
Don't mind the giant, motorcycle noise as we're recording.
Yes, our area is famous for having a ton of motorcyclers coming in and out, especially during warm days like this.
We have a large population of them, and some of them actually are across the street neighbors.
Right.
So it's a whole thing.
So let's go down the list. Do you want to do this in any particular order?
I guess maybe we should do it in the order we tried them.
Okay. I guess then that would start us off with the orange creamsicle flavored one.
Orange creamsicle.
Which turned out being my personal favorite.
I was going to say, hands down the best in the box.
Yes, it was very tasty. The flavor itself was not overpowering. It was just a nice vanilla flavor with an actual distinct
orange
creamsicle flavor that you could definitely tell is a creamsicle flavor.
Definitely. And I feel like since the whole point of this little box is to mimic ice cream flavors, right?
That you feel like that one did the best job?
I do feel like that one did the best job. That was the most ice cream-y
of all of
the
them.
Things we tried in here.
Right.
Plus, it was just also really good, and we've talked already about how they're very, very sweet. The orange, the acid, I think, from the orange was able to cut some of that sweetness.
Right.
And make it more balanced as a treat.
It did seem like it was a little bit less overpowering than the other ones, but and then again, that's why I enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, that was our favorite, I think, together. Now, our lists might change, but we both rank orange cream as the best.
And then moving on is the Rocky Road flavored, and I thought this one was going to be one that you liked, although it's not like you hated it, right?
I didn't hate it, so I don't particularly like Rocky Road ice cream, and for those of you who don't know, Rocky Road is a chocolate base that usually has marshmallows and some kind of nut in the ice cream, chopped up. In this case, they did a clever thing. It's clever. There's some kind of, like, outer coating of very finely dusted almonds. Because that's what it says on the box. Is like,
oh, I was wondering what that was.
It has to be that, because it says that this thing contains almonds, but none of the other things contained nuts. So
right.
It has to be that. But very finely dusted almonds that the truffle is coated in, and then inside is the chocolate. I didn't taste marshmallow.
I didn't taste marshmallow either.
Okay. So maybe they just assumed the sugar
was going to be high enough anyway.
Is enough without marshmallow. I don't know. But I don't particularly like Rocky Road ice cream, and I do think this mimicked the flavor of that.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't my favorite. I would rank this one as my bottom.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, for the other two, we ate them in different orders, because I kind of ate them in the order of saving the one I thought I was going to like the most for the last. So which one do you want to do next? The fudge or the vanilla?
Well, where would you rank Rocky Road? Because I said it was number 4 for me.
It was fine. I don't particularly like chocolate, I guess. So I would say it's kind of even. It's kind of even with the fudge, I guess.
Well, we didn't.
Do you want?
We'll come back to your order at the end.
Okay. All right.
Do you want to talk about vanilla?
Yeah, I'll take the vanilla.
Okay.
Holy crow, is that sweet? That's like the most like particular thing that I could say about this one. It was. I feel like it was the most unabashedly, unadulterated sweet one candy truffle out of the entire box.
And it was also interesting because, again, the order in which we tried things. I ate this one after I ate the Rocky Road, and it was sweet, but because vanilla is less of a, it's not a very vibrant flavor.
No, I did not expect it to be that powerful because of that.
I think we're saying different things.
Oh, go ahead.
Because... what are you saying?
I was just saying that I did not expect the vanilla chip flavored truffle to be that sweet.
Oh,
like
well,
I'm
saying a different thing because I tasted it after the Rocky Road. To me, it tasted a little bit muted.
Oh,
because it was like I still had that lingering chocolate flavor in my mouth.
Right.
So I was like searching for the vanilla, like to try to taste it, and all I tasted was sugar.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I do know for a fact they use, like, vanilla bean in the filling because when I, like, bit it open, I was looking at it. There's the little black specks that you see in a vanilla bean flavored thing.
On the inside.
So I was like, okay, well, it's there, but why? I think it was my own fault. Like, I think I tasted them in the wrong order.
It could have been.
Honestly. I would like to give the vanilla one another try. At a later date when I'm not buzzing around on sugar. Yes.
And me personally, I think I'd rank the vanilla second, maybe. Again, I'm just not a very chocolate-based kind of guy, so I feel like that's kind of where my brain's at, so.
Yeah. For me, it's either 2 or 3. It's probably 3.
But what would you say about the fudge now?
I like the fudge. So I like chocolate. We've talked about this at length. I'm the chocolate person on this podcast. It was very fudgy. It had almost to me like a hot cocoa flavor.
I could see that.
It didn't remind me of ice cream.
No, it tasted like chocolate candy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was just
like
it was
fancy
it was a chocolate truffle. Like, it was good, but it was a chocolate truffle. It didn't
it is
do any ice
just
cream.
called fudge, so it's not like it was meant to be a particular type of ice cream.
I guess that's true, but it just says ice cream shop truffles, and I got excited that they would all be based on ice cream flavors.
I guess technically fudge is, but fudge can also just be by itself.
Yeah, maybe it's supposed to taste like the fudge topping.
Probably.
Because if that's the case, then I think it did that.
Yeah.
But either way, yeah, I liked the fudge. It was, again, really, really sweet. These are things we had to try each flavor so we could rank them.
Yeah, but I would definitely suggest not eating 4 of them in one sitting.
In future, this is a one and done candy, I think. After a meal where you want a little something sweet, you grab one of these and you're like, okay, today I'm gonna have Rocky Road, and then that's what you eat. You know what I mean?
Not eating one of each in one sitting.
Don't do it. It's too much.
It's way too much. Very rich.
Very, very rich. But I will say, they were good. They were well made. It's clearly quality chocolate.
Yes. German made. And German made is famous for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, my order is definitely the orange creamsicle first. I'm guessing the vanilla chip flavored after that. And the Rocky Road flavored and the fudge are pretty much on the same level. But if I had to choose one, I'd probably go with the fudge. It was at least more of a pure flavor. I felt like the texture of the Rocky Road flavored one was a little bit odd. Yes,
odd.
A little odd.
Odd? Why did you suddenly become British?
I don't know. It just came out that way.
I like it.
But if I had to choose one to be the fourth, I'd choose Rocky Road, but I think that one and the fudge are pretty even in my mind.
Yeah, so here, that's kind of our lists are similar. My first is definitely the orange cream, that orange creamsicle. That one's really, really good. Like I said, it's the most balanced of the flavors. Then, the middle of 2 and 3, because Rocky Road's way at the bottom for me. Didn't like it, don't like Rocky Road flavor, didn't love the texture of the coating, even though I thought it was a clever way to get the nuts in there. I just thought it was texturally a little weird. I feel like the vanilla and the fudge are almost interchangeable for me between 2 and 3. I'm gonna bump fudge to 2 and put vanilla in 3, only just because I prefer chocolate over vanilla.
Okay.
But in future, I would like to retry the vanilla one.
Without having a mouthful of
chocolate.
Right.
Right. But overall, I liked it. I'm glad we bought them. It was worth what were they? $3.69?
That's it?
They were very cheap.
I was looking at this box and I was expecting you to say it was $10 or something.
No,
But Aldi's is pretty affordable.
You kept the receipt, right? Or do I have the receipt?
You have it somewhere. I don't have it.
All right.
Oh, wait. Did we keep it? When we were walking out of somewhere the other day and you were like, we should have kept the receipt.
That was the other store with the drink.
Oh, the drink. Got it.
That's for a different thing. But I'm fairly certain they were $3.69 or $3.99. They were not expensive. Like we said, Aldi is short for Albrecht discount, so there's a reason for that.
I would hope so.
It was not. It was worth my $4 to try this. So.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. It was. Now we know.
Exactly.
Yes, another ice cream related tangentially item reviewed.
Exactly. Well, that was a lot of fun, as per usual. Thank you for listening to our bonus content, our extra toppings. We love to see it. We love to do it. All the ice cream related things in the world, we're going to try to check them out. So thank you for being here with us while we do that. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Spotify, all the socials, like, subscribe, etc. So you always know where to go for your Frozen favorites. And remember to continue to watch our Instagram for when we announce when these Extra Toppings episodes are coming out so that you can try these things as well, possibly.
Yeah. Yes.
But don't try them all 4 at once.
Yes, you'll regret it.
All right, but
all right.
Yeah, pretty much sums it up.
Yes, thank you for listening to another Extra Toppings episode.
Thank you.
Yes.
Sorry, I keep interrupting you because I'm blaming the sugar.
I get it. I was just going to say this has been your host, Paul and Holly, and we will see you next time. Bye.